What are our innate resources of unification? All right, that is the question for today. That is question number 83, or the question for number 83 on the list of the 144 fractal faculties of the Tree of Life. If you'd like to brush up on your Tree of Life before starting on with these videos, just watch my video called Tree of Life, an Introduction, or Tree of Life, a short introduction, and both of those videos will get you up to speed enough to be able to kind of follow along a little bit better. You can also click the link in the description if you'd like a free copy of my list of the 144 fractal faculties in abstract form, which is just, a couple sentences on each one of the fractal faculties. That way you can kind of have it all in your hand. You can look at it all in front of you. You can compare and contrast and cross-reference and, just be able to have a gestalt of the whole schema. Okay, now number 83 is what we're talking about today. And remember, the Tree of Life is basically a map of our consciousness, or at least for these purposes, a map of our consciousness. And each one of the circles or spheres here is more or less an aspect of our consciousness, or a faculty of our consciousness. There are 12 of these, 10 of the spheres plus the abyss right here, and the zero above the tree. So a total of 12 different faculties or aspects or potentialities of consciousness. Now for number 83, we're centered here in the fourth sphere. And you recall that the fourth sphere is basically our sense of, or our potential of, understanding law and order. This corresponds to all our great cosmologies out there, all the ancient holy books and modern cosmologies that purport to describe, the origin of the universe and the purpose of the universe and the purpose of humanity and, the origin of humanity and the origin of everything and the purpose of everything and how they all fit together. And the Chinese call that the Tao, how everything all fits together in this mesh that is moving. Okay, and then so this also is the universal law. That's kind of like the cosmology, universal love, and universal language. Universal love being able to love our enemies, to give seeking nothing in return. And the universal language being innate, something that we have within us. We don't need to be instructed on the universal language. We don't need to take classes on universal languages. It's a feeling within us. And this corresponds to, the seventh sphere over on the same pillar. This is learning from within, and also the second sphere. All this kind of corresponds to learning from within. Now, when we do learn from within, we also have to be able to verify what we've learned, because we have to be able to translate the messages coming from within. So there's that. And then also the fourth sphere has to do with synthesis, putting things together according to their abstract or their internal function, internal characteristics. Whereas this is according to putting them together congregatively according to their concrete, superficial characteristics. This is according to their internal characteristics. While the fifth sphere is about the internal characteristics, but it's about taking things apart, like analysis. So analysis and synthesis. And also syncretism, putting all of those different cosmologies together in a way that makes sense to your intuitive understanding. Now the intuition here can be much more of a universal thing. The intuition here requires great amounts of research, study, and dedication to the topic just to be able to decode the intuitions that we're getting. Okay, now that is one of the 12 faculties, the fourth sphere. Now, in order to get to number 83, to go from 12 to 144, what we're doing is we're taking the tree and taking it to a second power. So we're basically, what we're doing is we're taking the whole tree and we're shrinking it down to a small size and applying it to each one of the spheres. So we put the whole tree on each sphere and divide each sphere up into its 12 parts. 12 times 12 equals 144. So we've done that. So when we do that with the fourth sphere, we get a mini 10th sphere inside the fourth sphere, a mini 9th sphere, a mini 8th sphere, and so on. And for these purposes of number 83, what we're talking about is we're talking about the first fractal, or the mini first sphere within the fourth sphere. So we go up to the first sphere. The first sphere is one of our divine faculties, and it is related to omnipresence, all present, all at once, eternally. And this is really our sphere of unification, where we go into our deepest center, our higher self inside. And when we get to the deepest center, we recognize that what's at our deepest center is the same as what's at everybody else's deepest center. We're all unified through this first sphere. And so that is here within the fourth sphere, making up number 83. And that one is called Universal Law, Love, and Language. Stage number 83 is about the universal gifts that we have been given to help us become sovereign and unified on earth. All things will be modifications of one, our major fortune, the bringer of all good things in time. Add to your faith virtue, and to your virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity and love. We communicate through language, consciously or not. Comprehension of the languages of beauty and symmetry are inherent, teaching us thankfulness, maximum economy, wisdom, rapport, self-sacrifice, and the conscious use of psychic skills, compassion, exploration of any subject, giving us epiphanies that stick with us as we develop them. This puts us within striking distance of arriving at an intuitive sense of law and order and universal love that can be summarized as the law of one. We are all one. This is the one and only law. We are all the same deep down. We know this intuitively, and with interest, we can skyrocket the quality of our insight, which describes our relative proximity to beauty, truth, law, and order, all unified. All right, that is number 83 on the list of the 144 fractal faculties. That is the first fractal of the fourth sphere. Universal law, love, and language. And we'll have plenty more to say about that as we move along. But stay tuned for tomorrow when we'll be doing number 84 on this list, wrapping up the fourth sphere. And hopefully we'll be working on, I am currently working on some other videos to put out non-Tree of Life related. So hopefully that will come to fruition at some point in the near future. So stay tuned for all those things on the channel. Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to get a free copy of that 144 Fractal Faculties list, click the link in the description. And you can also hit me up on Cash App or Venmo if you'd like to donate to the project. And yeah, stay tuned and have a great day. We'll see you soon.